We're gonna start by just kind of look at the left side. This is your video. I mean, this what my right side will be moving to, but just kind of look at your stroke for a little bit before I start giving you some comments. Okay. So let's go back here a little bit. So you have really good twist. I mean, your back is like all the way to the camera. And I think, I would say that you're not over twisting too much either, which is good. Cause I think, I mean, so we're going to get to the front view too. I might actually jump to that right now.
Okay, based upon what you were telling Rigo, is my top hand too high?
I think if anything, you're just leaned forward a little too much.
Got it.
I mean, this amount of lean, you should already be in the water, but you're still in your setup.
I'm with you.
Which takes you a little bit out of your power. So, so you can see like we both have really good, pretty big twist here, but I think the biggest difference would be like on the extension and like how far forward we are, like the angle on the setup here versus you being like really leaned forward, right? That's about almost 10 degrees more.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're kind of outside. I would say that that's a little bit too leaned forward if you're only in your setup. So you can see as I'm going into my, once I get into my catch, I'm only like a couple degrees more, but you can see that it is going to be probably closer to 50 degrees at that point. But see, when you're into this, so one of the biggest issues right now is on your toast, your extension, you're already leaned probably as far as you can go. And so when you go into your catch, you're not actually using that momentum of your body going forward to help with your catch because you're already there. So you need to hang back a little bit so that in your extension and into your catch, you're actually using that body weight to get on it.
Got it.
Right?
So I'm obviously losing a lot of power by that.
Yeah, because you're getting that extra big reach on the setup, but that's not actually helping you out. Right?
Not adding. Okay. I'm with you.
So the other thing is, so really good. I mean, I don't think you need any more twist. Your twist is already all the way out there. Your lean forward is actually as far as you should be going, but you're just getting there a little earlier than you should be based on. So I would say that when you get into your, so you can see, like when I get into my setup here, I try to stay big. I try to keep up here so that as I'm getting into my catch, I allow my weight to actually get on it with my top.
Got it. When you're saying catch, you're talking about that's when you're really doing your toast.
No, sorry. So the extension, so going from here to setup, probably setup is somewhere around here. Okay. I know we're kind of freestyling it, but then your toast is, let me just draw this line. Oops. Connect my ear to my hip. So I'm twisting more, but I am also leaning forward. Right? Mm-hmm. So I do lean. I'm leaning forward because I'm going into my toast and continually twisting. But I'm not leaning down yet. Not until I get into my catch do I lean down a little bit more. So into the catch, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say there's 3 degrees here, right? Setup is back here, toast probably here, and then lean onto the catch, okay? This is kind of partially because of what you're doing through your pull, but I'll get to that in a second. So even in your 2 position, so I would say, right, when I get to my 2 position, look, my core is much more straight up and yours is kind of you're already leaned forward, and even in your supposedly most relaxed position, which is like going through this 2 gate. And then as your setup here is probably already at my toast lean. And then your toast lean is already where my catch lean is. So basically, I think a lot of this could actually be fixed by when you go through your pool. So I'm going to skip to this part. When you go to your pool, when you finish your pool, so this is the end of your pool, and I want like your body still lean forward.
And I should be definitely all the way
So
up.
you're losing that finish, and so your body's already here, and so that's why like when you go through the 2 gate and then to setup, so from 2 to setup you lean forward, and then from setup to toast you lean forward, but then you have nowhere left to go because that's the limit of your flexibility. So you gotta sit all the way up.
Before I even start.
So I mean they're all kind of combined with each other because like one causes the other, but I think the biggest thing is learning to sit up all the way with your stroke. Because right now, this is good for a shorter stroke, how much you're staying lean forward.
Got it.
Like if we're doing a really quick start. But on a long stroke, which is what you're trying to do.
Right here, I should be straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we look at like when we both start our pool here. Okay. So both kind of untwisting, but you'll see that I start to sit up quite a bit earlier than you. So let me help draw some lines to kind of demonstrate. Okay, so angles. So ear to hip, ear to hip. So we have this frame of reference, right? So let's take a look when we are pulling. See how you kind of just, see how quickly my ear is going back compared to yours through that pull phase?
I'm not even going back hardly.
Right? And here we kind of are the same because I have a little bit of a arch in the back here, but I would look more carefully at the angle of the lower back here.
I'm with you.
So the lower back is a lot different.
Yeah, no,
Right.
it's straight up. I see it.
So really try to when you get into your long stroke, like I've tried to emphasize, you're gonna feel your top arm pressuring down, but you really gotta feel like your leg is trying to stand your body up all the way through. Because I think you have pretty solid top arm pressure. And you're pressing down, pressing down. I can see that you're pressing down, but your body's not up.
All the way, okay.
Okay. Okay, so I think that, I mean, those are some of the big things. I think, my opinion right now is if you fix how far you sit up, that's going to help with what we were talking about at the beginning. Because that's going to give you more real estate to actually, you're going to finish sitting straight up. Then when you get into your setup, you won't be here already. You'll be here. And then when you get into your toast, you'll be here instead of here.
Got it.
Right?
So correct 1 and 2 and 3, hopefully.
Yeah, so
should follow.
first try to work on making sure you sit all the way up and then see if that fixes it. If that doesn't, then we'll want to break down the front again and make sure that you need to feel like when we do all those drills of, okay, set up and toast, set up and toast, and then toast and catch, you need to feel that transition of your weight actually getting on there. And so I like that you're giving so much effort on your setup and toast, but I think you're taking yourself out of your power zone.
I will get it, I promise you. That's
Okay, and then let me get to the front view because I think there was one more thing. Before you catch in, so let me see if I get the front here.
I turn the head too much.
Nah, just your top hand needs to get over the gunnel
over
your lower hand.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you can see here versus, let me just draw some lines. This angle before you catch versus this angle, right? Get that paddle a little bit more straight up and down. So usually like, as I'm extending forward, it's already like set up. So I should readjust that line. You're not quite so it's not quite so bad, but you can see that when you start your downward motion,
I'm not
you're
completely
still
straight.
slightly,
I'm not okay.
it should be almost like parallel to
When I start going down.
that screen there. Yeah. So
Okay.
that top hand needs to be a little bit more over.
Okay.
That's it though. Okay.
I got it. I got
Yeah.
those.
All right.